Electric vehicles, or EVs, have taken the world by storm, promising a greener, cleaner future without the harmful tailpipe emissions of traditional gasoline-powered cars. They're sleek, efficient, and for many, the symbol of an eco-friendly world ahead. But before we throw our gasoline-powered vehicles into the history books, it's important to take a closer look at whether we're rushing into the electric car revolution too quickly. After all, while the gasoline car has long been the villain in the environmental debate, there are still strong arguments in its favor that can't be ignored. Gasoline-powered cars have been around for more than a century, perfected over time to be reliable, accessible, and capable of performing in all kinds of conditions. Whether you're driving through the scorching desert heat or battling the icy tundra, gasoline engines rarely disappoint. EVs, on the other hand, have their own set of challenges. For example, extreme temperatures can cause significant range loss, making them impractical for many drivers. When your car is more than just a luxury, but an essential part of your daily life, reliability and performance are paramount. And that's where gasoline engines continue to shine. Then there's the issue of affordability. While subsidies and incentives can make electric cars more attractive, they are still beyond the financial reach of many. The upfront cost of purchasing an EV remains much higher than that of a comparable gasoline car. Even with the promise of lower operating costs, many drivers find that the overall price tag is simply too much, particularly in areas where EV charging infrastructure is limited. In these regions, gasoline cars remain the more affordable, practical option for the majority of consumers. EVs are often marketed as being clean, but the reality isn't so simple. While they may have zero emissions during operation, the environmental impact of charging them can still be significant, depending on the energy grid. In places where the grid relies on coal or natural gas, EVs are still indirectly tied to fossil fuels. So, while gasoline cars are upfront about their emissions, they give drivers the choice to make informed decisions about their environmental impact. EVs, on the other hand, can sometimes leave consumers with an illusion of sustainability without addressing the bigger picture. Another advantage that gasoline-powered vehicles still hold over electric cars is their infrastructure. Gas stations are everywhere, including in remote areas, making it easy to fuel up, even on long road trips or in rural locations. EVs, however, rely on charging stations that are still limited in many areas, and the time required to recharge an EV can range from 30 minutes to several hours, which isn't exactly convenient. In comparison, filling up a gasoline car takes only 5 minutes, making it much easier for drivers on the go. When it comes to maintenance and longevity, gasoline cars continue to outperform EVs. They are durable, easy to maintain, and parts are readily available. Mechanics are well trained in repairing them, and repairs are typically straightforward and inexpensive. EVs, on the other hand, have complex, high-voltage batteries that are expensive to replace and often require specialized service. For those who value long-term usability and practical repairability, gasoline cars still represent the more reliable option. Moreover, the production of electric vehicles, particularly the mining of lithium, cobalt, and nickel for their batteries, comes with significant environmental costs. The mining of these materials is energy-intensive, often leading to ecological destruction in the regions where they're sourced. Gasoline cars, while emitting CO2 during operation, don't require the same level of destructive resource extraction. For some grassroots environmentalists, gasoline cars are seen as a more honest choice, since they don't disguise their environmental impact behind a green veneer. Instead of pushing for the wholesale replacement of gasoline cars with electric ones, a more balanced approach might produce better results. Improving fuel efficiency, investing in hybrid technologies, and promoting public transportation can all reduce emissions without the massive environmental costs associated with mass EV production. Gasoline cars still play an important role, particularly in regions where EV adoption is impractical or has yet to be fully realized. In today's EV-obsessed world, it's easy to dismiss gasoline cars as outdated or irrelevant, but their affordability, reliability, and practicality make them an essential part of the current transportation landscape. While electric vehicles have certainly earned a place in the future of transportation, the wholesale rejection of gasoline-powered vehicles overlooks their many benefits and the reality of a world that is still heavily reliant on fossil fuels. So the next time someone declares the death of the internal combustion engine, remember, it might not be as dead as we think. What are your thoughts on the electric car revolution? Is it the answer to our environmental challenges, or is there more to the story than meets the eye? Let us know your opinions in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more insightful content on the future of transportation and sustainability.